Imagine yourself at an event with unfamiliar faces and judgeful eyes looking at you from time to time. You feel anxious, uncomfortable. Then, you see a friend coming to you with 2 cups, extending his hand and offering you one of them. As you hold that cup, which seems to promise you laughter and a fleeting bliss, you sense a strange feeling, as if a strand from your vitality is just about to be taken away. The drink in your hand, known since ancient times as Al-Kuhul, carries a little-known spiritual price. Alcohol has long served as a means for humans to step away from ordinary consciousness. It appears at weddings, festive gatherings, and moments of heartbreak, lifted as a toast to joy or a salve for hidden sorrows. Yet beneath its allure lies a deeper dimension that touches our spiritual essence. Those who seek inner growth eventually realize that alcohol's impact reaches well beyond the physical body. To begin understanding this effect, we can look at the word Al-Kuhul itself. Historically, it was linked to a refined cosmetic powder meant to accentuate the eyes, subtly changing one's appearance. Over time, alchemists started using this term to describe a distilled spirit extracted from material substances. Alcohol acquired a reputation for transporting the human mind into altered states. Modern culture tends to focus on tangible side effects, hangovers, potential organ damage, or addiction, while often overlooking the intangible imprints on our spirit. In many esoteric views, each sip of an intoxicating drink can open small rifts in the auric field, the protective energy enveloping our physical form. When this energetic shield weakens, outside influences find entry, sometimes sowing confusion or feeding on our vulnerabilities. Some spiritual teachings suggest that entities thrive on states of negativity or disarray. Alcohol, by dulling our natural defenses and lowering our vibrational level, effectively sends out a signal that says, "Come in." In extreme cases, repeated episodes of intoxication may invite attachments that bind to our psyche. Over time, individuals may observe destructive cycles or an ongoing feeling of emptiness. The sense of being drained or veering off one's spiritual path can emerge as a consequence of this hidden entanglement. Equally concerning is the haze of illusions that alcohol perpetuates. For a fleeting period, it may bestow a sense of confidence or relief, masking deeper unrest. Yet these short-lived boosts separate us from our authentic nature. Certain spiritual philosophies emphasize the importance of seeing reality without filters. To achieve genuine self-knowledge, the mind must be lucid, unsullied by substances that blur perception. Alcohol erects a barrier between the seeker and genuine insights, diverting us from true understanding. If alcohol's effects can be so disruptive, why is it so deeply woven into many cultural practices? Historically, alcoholic drinks symbolized communal life and the fertility of the land, often used during ceremonies to mark crucial transitions or celebrate harvests. However, these older traditions tended to approach drinking with deliberate intentions, setting firm boundaries and treating the drink with reverence. In many modern situations, those guardrails are gone. What was once considered a sacred act has turned into a casual escape, weakening our awareness of alcohol's powerful and dangerous properties. When intoxication settles in, the mind appears to quiet down, prompting a sense of ease. But this sedation is deceptive. We aren't addressing anxiety or sadness. We're merely suppressing it chemically. Eventually, the same issues resurface, sometimes magnified by shame or the weight of new complications. This pattern pulls us further away from honesty, self-reflection, and the steady work of personal transformation. This caution applies also to creativity. Although a single drink might momentarily calm the nerves, chronic overindulgence dulls the very spark that drives artistic or innovative thinking. Many creative individuals who depend on heavy drinking see an initial surge of inspiration give way to repetitive habits and reduced vision. This does not apply only to artistic endeavors, but extends to any pursuit that demands focus or a deeper sense of purpose. In certain spiritual schools, alcohol is either heavily discouraged or outright prohibited, not for purely moral reasons, but because it obscures the purity of one's inner space. If the goal is to refine perception and connect with subtle layers of existence, a substance that clouds our mental and energetic realms stands in direct opposition to that aim. Maintaining a clear channel of awareness is challenging enough without adding a substance that undermines our efforts. Some traditions do recognize certain allies in nature, substances used in controlled settings for healing and insight, but alcohol seldom appears in these contexts. Instead, it's often seen as a rogue force that can spiral out of balance, fueling aggression or apathy. Many guided ceremonies recommend abstaining from alcohol well in advance, ensuring participants maintain stable energy. This alone underscores the disruptive imprint alcohol can leave on both body and spirit. Navigating a society that glorifies drinking poses its own challenge. Gatherings, workplace events, and casual meetups often revolve around alcohol. To uphold one's spiritual clarity, it may become necessary to set boundaries or seek alternatives. True companions generally come to respect these choices, or may even adjust their own habits. Over time, practicing discernment can reveal new ways to celebrate or find social harmony without compromising personal well-being. A practical technique for facing temptation is to pause when craving a drink arises and ask, "What am I really looking for right now?" If it's relaxation, we might find a substitute with a calming ritual like a warm bath, gentle breathing exercises, or a walk under the stars. If it's connection, we might look for meaningful conversation or a shared creative hobby. By targeting the underlying need, we avoid reflexive escapes that erode our energy. Breathwork can be especially beneficial. Shallow breathing often goes hand in hand with anxiety, which some may attempt to numb with alcohol. Skillful breath techniques, on the other hand, help us remain calm and anchored. Inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly, and focusing on each breath cultivates presence and dissolves restlessness without the collateral damage of intoxication. A question sometimes emerges: can alcohol be handled in a respectful, almost ceremonial way? In ancient contexts, small amounts of fermented drink might have been consumed to mark unity or as an offering. The difference lies in intention and dosage. If it's taken sparingly and with full awareness, the energetic disruption is minimal. This bears little resemblance to the usual scenes of overindulgence, where the objective is to blot out consciousness or chase a temporary high. Unfortunately, many do not recognize the deeper costs until they are already caught in habitual drinking. It can feel as if something is missing whenever they are sober, creating a cycle of repeated indulgence. Yet that emptiness often signals a call to address core pain or unresolved issues that no external substance can heal. Individuals who choose to break this cycle may find themselves experiencing physical and energetic detox symptoms. Dreams can intensify as old fears and sorrows resurface, seeking resolution. Although this stage can be tumultuous, it also paves the way for a more grounded sense of self. For those considering a shift away from alcohol, it may be helpful to see that impulse as an invitation from a deeper inner wisdom. The more we choose clarity over confusion, the more we align with higher energies that nurture rather than deplete. The reflex to have a drink to relax can fade, replaced by more sustainable practices, consistent meditation, creativity, or communion with nature. Over time, this path fosters genuine peace rather than fleeting numbing. Letting go of drinking can also strengthen our capacity to guide others. Friends or acquaintances still entangled in overuse might sense a new steadiness in us, prompting them to reflect on their own habits. Without any preachiness, we become living examples that contentment and fulfillment exist beyond the bottom of a glass. Our presence grows calmer, our insights clearer. It is a subtle ripple effect. By freeing ourselves, we quietly help others explore their own freedom. Of course, life is not one size fits all. Some people find their balance with light social drinking, while others discover that even slight amounts undermine their well-being. The key is rigorous honesty. In a world that glamorizes shiny bottles and celebratory clinking, it's easy to rationalize or minimize the downsides. Yet anyone on a path of inner development must look unflinchingly at how each choice affects both body and soul. The heart of all authentic spiritual exploration is facing life with eyes wide open. If alcohol consistently leads us into a fog, then stepping away, or significantly cutting back, may be a gateway to a more meaningful existence. Freed from its pull, our consciousness has a chance to stabilize, enabling us to dive deeper into who we truly are. It's important to note that this discussion is not an outright condemnation, but a call to reflection. Even missteps can become turning points once we understand their ramifications. If alcohol has played a role in our story, we can use the wisdom gained to move forward with greater insight. Every piece of our journey, even the less favorable parts, can contribute to broader understanding and growth. Picture a single flame in a dim room. That flame is our spiritual core, fragile yet capable of lighting the darkness. Alcohol, when consumed recklessly, can stir the air around this flame, causing it to flicker or dim. Safeguarding that inner light demands conscious decisions and measured actions. By recognizing the subtle costs, we affirm our right to a clear mind and a steady heart, both of which are essential for genuine self-discovery and a deeper sense of peace.